Yeah, Redeemer community is kind of central to everything that we're doing, but only because we believe that it's central to the gospel. At the beginning of the story, we were created for community. We're created for union with God and union with one another. But in our fallenness, there's a division and separation between us and God, but then a division is formed between each other. That there's now animosity, there's distrust, that our natural instinct is to cover ourselves and to hide ourselves. And so now we live in this kind of divided and separated world, but the gospel is all about reuniting that which was divided. That through Christ, through his grace and through his atoning death, that we are reunited to God. But then in that, he is forming a new people where we are reunited to one another, not bound together because we share similarities in all different areas, not because of racial, ethnic, political, socioeconomic, none of those factors, but instead because we are part of a new family, a new people, a new community that has been formed by the gospel. We are united by the grace of Christ. And so we exist as a church for community because of the gospel, but also it is in community that we actually learn to live out the gospel. The gospel of God's grace, his unwarranted favor, his mercy, his love, his bearing with us so that we might be redeemed. Those realities of the gospel can only be truly played out and lived out within the context of community, and especially broken and fallen community. A lot of times we shy away from community, and especially church community, because there is broken people. There are people who are hard to deal with. There are people that can be irritating. There are people who have viewpoints that you radically differ from. But it is only when you have those type of people that you are bound together with that you are able to begin to actually step out and say, is the gospel true? Can I show grace and mercy? Can I show forgiveness? Can I bear myself to another who may differ from me and trust that I am okay? So it is in the context of community that the gospel actually grows and plays out, that we live out the reality of the gospel. And then it is ultimately our community together as a church that is our greatest witness to the world around us. It is how we live together in a countercultural way, that we don't follow the patterns of the world, the things that divide us and separate us, but instead we live in a reality of grace and love and service towards one another. And it is how we live towards one another which reflects to the world the reality that Jesus did die, that he is risen. And it's as Jesus said in his high priestly prayer, whenever he was praying for us, he prayed that we might be one. And then he says that that in our oneness, the world will know that the Father has sent him. That it is the reality of our gospel-formed, gospel-shaped community that is our greatest witness to the community